Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought it'd be interesting to talk about reasons why we don't get started decluttering. I came up with quite a few because I used to make lots of excuses for not wanting to get rid of things, so I thought I would just share a few of those with you today. Okay, so what are the reasons that we procrastinate on decluttering? We put it off and we don't want to do it. What are the reasons? The number one reason, you probably can guess this one. I've talked about it before on this channel and you've probably seen others talk about it too. The number one reason is we don't know where to start. We feel overwhelmed. We have too much clutter. Everywhere we look is a cluttered mess and we just don't know where to start. Generally speaking, this is the number one thing I hear when people talk about decluttering or ask me questions about decluttering. It's, where do I start? How do I start? I'm overwhelmed. So I just wanted to tell you that in my experience, it does not matter where you start, okay? With a little bit of a caveat. First and foremost, just start. Like if you're in your kitchen and it's just, you just can't take it anymore, start there. If you're in your bathroom and the drawers are just a jumbled mess and you can't find anything and you want to start there, start there. So generally speaking, I really don't think it matters where you start. However, I would say start with something small. Do not try to go through your entire kitchen cabinets in one day. Do not pull everything out of a second bedroom, spare bedroom, and try to go through that in one day. Generally, that does not work. Some people could do this, some do. I would just say for the masses, when you're just starting and you're feeling so overwhelmed, that's going to overwhelm you more. So I would say pick a drawer, pick a sock drawer, pick a cluttered drawer, like, a junk drawer. Maybe go through your shoes. Do not go through sentimental items. I kind of started with some of those because I had moved and I had lots of boxes of things. And that's really hard because you don't want to let go of the sentimental stuff. After you start letting go of some other things, you kind of work your decluttering muscles, so to speak, and it makes it easier to let go. You find more confidence in yourself to let go of things, and then you can tackle those sentimental things. So for me, I really would just say start wherever you want, but find a small spot because you'll get those quick wins. You'll get something decluttered and organized and it'll make you feel good and it'll make you want to keep going. Okay, as I'm doing this video, I just got to say I always have bloopers. I always have things I say wrong and have to start over, but today has been especially interesting. So you probably want to stay till the end and see some of those. A second reason that we tend to procrastinate on decluttering is saying we don't have enough time. Now, I get that. We're busy people. We're moms. We're wives. We're homemakers. We're homeschoolers. We have jobs. Like there's so many things going on. There's sports activities. There's so much going on that you can truly feel like I just don't have enough time. I can't even get the dinner cooked and on the table. How am I going to declutter? For this, I will tell you that 10 to 15 minutes can make a huge difference. I would not have thought this. I'm the person that would have thought, I've got to go all in on this room. And I've got to go all in. 10 minutes isn't going to make a difference, but it does. So I would say use your timer. Set it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Maybe you have a nightstand drawer and there's trash in there. You ate a peppermint candy and you threw the piece of trash in there. You have a chapstick that's really old. Pull out the trash. Take your little trash bag with you and just pull out some trash for 10 or 15 minutes. Simple things like this will make a difference because the next time you go in that nightstand drawer and it's not as trashy and it's not as cluttered, you'll feel good about it. And you'll be like, hey, I did get something done. It'll take a little time. Like the first thing you do won't make a huge difference. The second thing, but over time, those little bits of time you use definitely will make a difference. Okay, the next reason that we might not want to start decluttering, and it kind of ties in with the one before, is that we don't think one pile or one drawer is going to make a difference. Now, this ties in because I just talked about how one drawer can make a difference, but I was talking about using 10 to 15 minutes of time. If you have a pile on the floor in the bedroom, like I typically did, removing that one pile makes a huge difference. When I walk in my room now and that pile is not there, I feel like the whole room's cleaner. It's almost like when you make your bed and you feel like your whole room's cleaner. So one pile, one stack of papers that's on your desk, one cabinet that you've taken some things out of and it's more organized does make a difference. So if your whole house is in disarray and cluttered and you just feel like What's the point? I've felt that before. It's like, so what if I remove one box or go through one box tonight? It's not going to make a difference. It will. It will take time, but I promise you it will, and it is so worth it. The next reason that I think we don't start decluttering or realize the urgency of it is because we don't understand what an impact it can have on our mental health. I am one who has struggled sometimes in my past with anxiety or depression, and clutter makes that worse. I didn't know this for the longest time. I've learned these things recently, and I can attest to the fact that once I have decluttered my home to the point it is now, which it is not perfect, it raises my spirits. It helps me get things done. It makes me feel like I can come in here and cook a meal because it's not so disorganized that it makes me crazy. So if you were to realize right now, today, the impact it's going to have on your mental health in the future, you would start today. I can almost promise you that it will make a difference in the way you feel about you, the confidence you will have in yourself, the less stress you will have in your own home environment, which is where we should be less stressed and feel at home and comfortable and calm, right? It will make a difference. And you want that difference in your life. Trust me, you want it. Hey, I also want to tell you about this cookie cake recipe that I learned from the Minimal Mom. If you don't follow her, hands down, you need to go follow her. She is one of the main ones that I watch to get started decluttering. But she has this cookie cake recipe. It only has 4 ingredients. We tried it. It is delicious. And I mean delicious. And I'm going to share that recipe with you at the end of the videos. Another reason that we might wait or procrastinate on getting rid of things is because we spent money on them. Sometimes a lot of money. And sometimes it's sentimental items and they just mean too much to us and there's no way we can part with them. I'm here to tell you, for the money part of it, I have finally learned that the money is spent. It's not coming back. Even if I were to sell it, I'm going to get a small portion. And I will tell you, there are some things worth selling. Like if it's a big item, a big ticket item, or, clothing item, name brand stuff, you might be able to sell that, Poshmark, whatever. But for the most part, when you're going through your closet and you don't want to get rid of something, it might not fit you, it might not look good on you, but you spent $200 on that jacket. You don't want to get rid of it, right? The money is gone. The money has been spent. You're not wearing the item. It's not doing you any good to leave it there in the closet. I had to learn this, and it took me a while because I was that person. I was like, I can't get rid of that. I spent $50 on that. I can't get rid of that. I just bought it two months ago. It doesn't fit and I don't like it, but I'm not getting rid of it. I just bought it. These are reasons that sometimes we put things off, right? We really think, I can't let go of that. You can. It takes time. And that's why I say some of these sentimental and some of these type of items, wait till later. Do not try to do them first. But later, once you've gotten rid of a lot of stuff and you have that confidence, you will feel so much differently about getting rid of it. I've gone through my house several times, my closet 3 or 4 times, and it always amazes me when I go back through and I'm like, why did I hold on to this? Well, I don't need this. I don't like this. I don't even use this. Why did I hold on to this last time? Because I've already gone through one time. Why did I hold on to this? And the time before, clearly I thought I still needed it or wanted it. But as you go, you start to see things differently and you realize what you really need and what you really love and what you can let go of. One more reason that we might procrastinate on decluttering is because we don't know what to do with the items once we decide what to get rid of. We have them gathered in a trash bag. We have them gathered in a box. Now what? What do we do with them? Well, there are lots of charities. There are places, donation centers. There's Goodwill. We have one called Enjoy. There are family centers, pregnancy centers. There are so many places that can use these items. If it's food items and they're not expired, there are food banks. Please just look online. Ask a friend if you're not sure how to go online and find them. There are definitely places. There are places that will even come pick up stuff. Maybe you're saying, I can't lift the stuff, I can't carry the stuff. Pay a child in your neighborhood $5 or $10 to load it in your car. When you get to the place that people will unload it, it is so worth it to go ahead and get it out of your house. Many times, right now included, I have a pile in my living room of stuff to go to the Goodwill. And the more I see those items, I'm really okay now about letting things go. I don't dig back through and pull them out, but I look at it. If I'm looking at them, like I keep seeing it, I'm thinking, I really could use that. I really still do like that item. That happens to me. I don't go back in there and get them, but the tendency is there. The temptation is there, and especially if you're just starting. So go ahead, get the items out of your house. At the very least, get them in your car, even if you haven't driven to the place to get rid of them. But sometimes we put it off because we're like, I'm going to get this stuff together, and then what? I don't know where to take it. I don't know what to do with it. Just do a little searching. You'll find a place. And I always love to think of the people that are going to be getting these items that I decluttered, especially clothing type items, shoes and things like that. They don't have the money to go and spend on clothes, or they can't find the right shoes to go with something. And I think to myself, what a blessing these items are going to be to whoever goes and finds them and needs them and wears them and it fits them, versus it sitting in my closet for no reason, taking up storage space in my home for no reason. You can be a blessing. So think about it that way. Click that like button. Make sure you subscribe. It helps my algorithm. I appreciate you. See you next time. But the number one reason is I forgot what the number one reason is. And just pull out some trash. Maybe you have a nightstand drawer. More like Phil. Another reason that we kind of wait to get rid of things. Get rid of things. I am a wascally wabbit. Okay, we do have one more thing. I don't want to start like that. Hey, thanks for sticking.
Oh my gosh, you can't say the same words I said.
Hey, I almost forgot to share the recipe with you. Okay, 4 ingredients. Yellow cake mix, 1 stick of butter, 2 eggs, and 1 bag of chocolate chips. That's it. You put your butter in the microwave and melt it a little in a bowl. To that, you add your 2 eggs. Stir it around. Add your cake mix. Stir it all up. Add the whole bag of chocolate chips. Stir them in. It'll look like a lot, but it is just the perfect amount, trust me. Mix that all up. Put it in a 9 by 13 baking dish. Grease the bottom of the dish. Put it in the oven at 350 for about 22 minutes. You can check it and see what you think and how much you want yours baked or not. Very good. It is so good, y'all. And when it's warm, it just melts in your mouth.